Chargers
quietly.
and the Kansas City Chiefs.
But sure, man, I ain't know you sound like
this
that.
morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're
That nigga be
underway on
hooping.
EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, he's here hanging like you. Low management, low management, low management.
17-yard line.
This is the nigga Michael Bridges saying. Michael Bridges saying, shit, I play all the games. I don't care. But he ain't got hurt yet in that before neither, so he don't know how that shit is to come back for. See? Like that. See, like that.
They'll find Everett there, complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Yeah, I don't know what he got going on.
Pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe,
I ain't a lot of Bulls. I think the Bulls would have him and made the playoffs.
And once that's
Could have paid the River.
then you just keep moving
That
from
River
there
kind of slow.
because the confidence elevates.
On 2nd down, a run with Price.
Yeah.
And some room to roam now. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 15. A big play there for L.A. 58 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exact.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Oh, nice move. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And they'll accept that penalty. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Mahomes going to throw. To to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their first drive of the game, they were moving the ball okay, then the interception, but they only gave up 3 points the other direction.
Yeah, and that's a big relief for them because when you give up an interception like that, it can be such a momentum changer. But to only give up 3 on the back end gives you a chance to walk back out on the field, and while you're behind, it doesn't feel insurmountable at all.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run on first down with Price. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 45 on second down. Herbert, he'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the 50, here's Herbert. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert under pressure. They got him again. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. 3-0 after run on EA Sports. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Yeah, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On play action, it's Mahomes. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Chiefs at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first two games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Now it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Price. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Again, Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled. I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. The final shot before the break for Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
15. Yellow. I don't need to. Hey, 43.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. A give running right. It's Price with it. Room here to run. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 88 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A give up the middle to Price. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Here's Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown! Austin Eckler with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Going up top. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play action, now it's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Isaiah Likely.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth.
Mahomes will throw for it. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Herbert now. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set up with a much more manageable third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. Bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Now Mahomes got to have this one.
Finds his man over the middle. It's likely. And he is going to have the Chiefs 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short gain here down to the 22. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes. On target to his man, likely.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Herbert to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that is another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And it's no good. Gonzalez pulled it, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up.
And did he catch it? He did! A touchdown! One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking.